All righty. Okay, well, welcome everyone to Collaborating Connections. This is Dawn Evans Casey. I am the leader of the group. We've been around for 4 years since COVID, doing this virtually via Zoom call, but certainly it's a great opportunity for everybody to get together and share a little update, a little bit about themselves and their business, what they do, and of course, provide an opportunity for others in the group members to think about who's a great referral to introduce each other to. So with that being said, we are all members here on the call with no visitors this time around, but looking forward to getting this recording out and sharing it with others. And hopefully sharing that means that our business, our brands, our information goes a little bit further than just beyond ourselves. We will get started with our roundtable introductions after I share a couple of things that I know that's going on within the larger organization TTR Networking. Today is August 31st, the end of the month. And our August theme has been authenticity and awesome testimonials. So we've been talking week to week about as far along the lines of authenticity, what is our real and genuine selves? What is the desire of our businesses, and how do we share our authentic selves with others? Additionally, we've been chatting about the awesome testimonials that each of us have gotten to know each other very well. So we ourselves can give great testimonies about each other, share with somebody who may be interested in the products or services that we talk about on a weekly basis. I know a great person who does this, and I know them very well because I have built a relationship with them, networking with them on a weekly basis. And we may have utilized the products and services of our fellow members already. So why not give that awesome testimonial, right, Stacy, who's still waiting on my video testimonial?
Right.
So we had a great presentation yesterday afternoon, and Jennifer Johnson is going to give us an update with some of the golden nuggets and tidbits from that discussion on how to get those awesome testimonials. But first, we're going to do our roundtable introductions, and I'm going to ask Shelley Horton to present before you have to leave us. Shelley, are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, I am. Can you see me?
I can. Can you see us?
Okay, well, that's good. I can see Fro's pictures, but I'm not going to reset it. If you can hear me, I'll go on.
We can hear you just fine. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Good evening. My name is Shelley Horton, and I'm an Avon independent sales rep since 2014. We are looking for people 18 and up that wants to find something to do online. The entry fee is zero right now, so they'll set up everything for you for no cost. And we just want somebody that wants to work with people and help people get some nice things to use as far as skin products, jewelry, and the old standby Skin So Soft products are still there. My information is in the chat. Once again, Shelley Horton.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shelley. Does anyone have any questions for Shelley Horton and Avon products? None at this time? Okay.
I was just real quick, Shelley, I was talking to somebody who is also an Avon lady, and she actually delivers. It's an option. You can do that, but you don't, right? Everybody that orders from you gets it delivered to their homes, correct?
The majority gets it delivered to their homes, but that depends on who they are. Because like I may order stuff to my house. I have people in this building that like to get stuff, and I can bring it to them, or relatives that
Sure.
just call me. But it's an
Okay.
option. But I push toward them delivering to their house. You know, I have done few, but yeah.
Well, because I know that one of the things I think you said about that was that you like, for you, you're limited on how you get around, correct? So
Yes.
So that's a big deal. And that's kind of not angle, but that's an interesting thing to know. I think most people know about Avon, but it might be something that somebody would say, oh, I could do that. I mean, I don't have to go deliver. Yay. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I thought that was why I thought you did it that way, but thank you.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. Next up, how about Stacy Schamberger Smith? Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, I am. Good evening, everyone. I am Stacy Schamberger Smith, pharmacist for the past 28 years, but I'm currently working with Tava Lifestyle as I just got promoted today, guys, to executive director.
All right.
So I'm super excited about that. But let me tell you guys about these amazing products. Once again, we have this Bacia Detox Tea. It comes in 30 little sachets, just like this inside this bag. You just mix one sachet with a bottle of water, you shake it up and drink it. This tea has anti-inflammatory, anti-immune stimulating, and antibacterial properties. It's gonna cleanse all the waste and toxins out your gut and make you feel your best self. And of course, when you detox, you're gonna lose some of the good with the bad. So you replenish it with this liquid vitamin, Valet 30. I call it the best liquid vitamin in the whole wide world. That's what I say every day on my live, because I feel that it is. There's no need to take several different multivitamin tablets separately that could take several hours or days to dissolve, if they dissolve, period. This liquid vitamin is 98% absorption, and most pills only about 20% absorption. So this liquid vitamin is packed with all the right nutrients that your body needs to function properly. All the vitamin B's to give you natural energy, vitamin D to boost your immune system, antioxidants to help lower your risk of several different types of diseases. It has glucosamine in it to help preserve your joint health. A lot of vitamin A help with vision. A lot of biotin to make your skin glow, your nails grow, and your hair grow. It has everything. All the vitamins. It has 8 superfoods in here. And that's where the vitamin C and the iron, all that stuff is packed into the 8 superfoods that's in this. And you just take 1 capsule once a day. It's the best, guys. And we have this Flare Energy Capsule. It comes 30 capsules per box. You just take 1 capsule once a day. The Flare has a lot of probiotics to help with digestive health. It also has a lot of vitamin B to give you the natural energy. It has a product in it called Guarana that's going to help with mental focus and mental clarity. I made sure my son took a couple boxes of these to school with him because I want him to do well in his class with his mental focus and the mental clarity. So I gave him to just take 1 capsule once a day. It also, I just found out, we had a meeting here in Atlanta last Saturday. If you take it on an empty stomach, it's going to decrease your cravings for sweets. So a lot of people done have those sweet tooths, done chocolate. It's going to decrease your cravings for sweets, and it's going to help regulate your metabolism, meaning it's going to speed it up and help you to burn those fat calories. Done.
Wow.
Also, we have this Capri CBD infused coffee. It's CBD infused, no THC. Read my lips. No THC, guys, but the CBD is going to help with any type of pain in your body, whether or not it's migraine, headaches, back pain, fibromyalgia, any type of pain in your body. It's going to help with mental focus and mental clarity as well. This product also is going to help relax you so you have a problem sleeping at night under a lot of stress or anxiety. It's going to bring your calmness back to you guys. It's Columbia bean extract. Once again, it's CBD infused, no THC. These products are amazing. They're all natural and plant-based. And Brian, I never did get back with you, but I did check with the doctor that's on the team, and she said that they are not gluten-free.
Okay, thank you.
But they are amazing, guys. I'm down 35 pounds now. People love these products. I have so many testimonies. I'm still waiting on one for a certain person I won't call in a name, but so many amazing testimonies about these products, how they can change your life. So tap in, everyone, tap in.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Stacy Schamberger Smith or the Tava lifestyle products at this time?
I wonder who she is talking about, Dawn. Gosh. I mean, it's like, I can't figure that out.
Somebody who's like really digging on sweets and somebody who hasn't given her a testimonial. Wow, they need to get on the ball.
They certainly do.
Gosh.
Stacy, do you have any product specials going on now or coming up?
Well, I'm gonna be running some this coming weekend for Labor Day. So
Okay.
I'll be posting on my Facebook page and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna have something going on this coming weekend for Labor Day.
Keep an eye out. Hint, the energy capsules, if they're included in the special, that would be a good thing. Wink, wink. Okay.
Hint, hint.
Moving on. Let's see. Dion, Ms. Dion Robinson, are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
I am trying to cook at the same time, so bear with me.
Okay. Multitasker.
So I am Dion Robinson. I am with Color Street. And Color Street is 100% nail polish in a strip. So it is great for women who are on the go that are maybe not satisfied with going to the salon. COVID is rising right now, and so this is a great alternative. Salon quality at a fraction of the cost. It's easy to apply, and it comes off with nail polish remover because it's 100% nail polish. It's 95% dry already. You can, once you put it on, you can type, you can do laundry, things like that. You just can't get it wet or like wash your hands, wash dishes for about 30-45 minutes until it completely sets, but that's it. I usually do mine right before bedtime, and it's great. I just sit and watch TV. I do my daughter's, I done hers when she was asleep. Woke up one time, she was like, what? So it's great product. I love it. I've loved it ever since I started in 2019. So once again, I'm Dion with Color Street, and I put my information in the chat. It's goandpolish.com. That's the website. So like I said, easy to put on and easy to remove. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Do we have any questions or comments for Dion Robinson and Color Street Nails? Nope. All righty. What you cooking, Dion?
Oh, just making some tuna salad, nothing major.
Okay. I like tuna salad. All right, we will move on at this time. Bryn Cochran, are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, I am. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Bryn Cochran with Shelter Insurance. I focus on home, auto, and business. And tonight I was going to talk a little bit about general liability policies. I specifically wanted just to let everybody know that general liability protection is an essential part of any insurance plan for businesses or nonprofits. So if you guys know anybody that owns a business, I'm sure you guys do, or has a nonprofit, these are great policies. And with Shelter, we are actually one of the best in the industry as far as how much we can cover you for the premium. And so if you know of anybody that also does like farmers markets, or if they have or their lawn mowing, or if they want any type of protection for their business that has to do with people being on their property or being around their business, and their fear of being people getting injured or being or their property being damaged, and any type of personal or advertising injury, which can be like social media if you're slandered. What these policies do is they protect the litigation behind it. So a lot of people will get $500,000 or $1,000, or I'm sorry, $500,000 or $1 million policies to protect their business. So if somebody gets injured, like if you have a friend who has a farmer's market booth and somebody's in that booth and they fall and they trip, well, somebody may sue that person. So that's where these policies are really good. Also, if you know somebody who owns a lawn mowing business, well, if that person doesn't have a general liability policy to protect their business, if they're mowing and a rock flies out and hits a kid or, somebody, or, they could just get hurt, or like property of the family that they're mowing gets damaged and that family goes after the business, these are the types of things that the policy will cover. Again, we are very competitive in this market, and it's a very low premium for a really high risk of that will cover. So that's a general liability policy for businesses, small businesses, and nonprofits. Bryn Cochran, Shelter Insurance.
Yay.
Awesome. Thank you, Bryn.
You're welcome.
Does anyone have any questions for Bryn Cochran or Shelter Insurance along the line?
Yeah, just a really quick question, Bryn. I know I'd hate it if somebody asked me this and I was in insurance, but I'm going to ask you anyway. The price, are those typically fairly inexpensive, or do you know what I mean?
So I can give you an example if you would like.
Yes. Yeah.
So I have a lot of farmers market booths that people will call in, because these farmer markets, they require a general liability policy, and they require $1 million of coverage.
Wow. Yeah.
I had a lady the other day, she's going to the Marshall Blueberry Festival, and they sell like t-shirts. And so I was able to give them $1 million in coverage for $9 a month.
Oh, wow.
So it was a LLC. Now, you don't have to be a business. You can be a nonprofit too, or you can even do it underneath your own name. So my husband has a business. He's a lawn mowing service. So his is $1 million in coverage, but it's a little bit more expensive. It's probably going to be around that $15 or $16 a month type of, it all depends on what it is that you're doing, but
what the risk is, the level of the, yeah. Cause I think maybe, well, no, you answered the question. I was just gonna say, I think people could think, oh, it's gotta be really expensive, and not saying that.
I had the lady that I talked to a couple of weeks ago, that the reason why she was reaching out to me was because she was $150 a month is what she was. So
it was comparative to the same amount of coverage, but it just was, and
why it was enticing was because the company sold it as it'll go down with time.
Oh.
So the next month it might be $145, and the next month it might be $140, but it's going to have a cap. But that's why. So there's a lot of people out there that have farmers market booths or festival booths, or, if you're at like the 4-H fair and you have like a booth there, 4-H fair, I say that, like the Hendricks County Fair, things like that. They're so desperate. They don't know, because a lot of people don't know who offers these. They'll go online And these companies will just, they're able to.
And could it also be that so the company, I mean, the 150 compared to something that you could offer at a lesser, it just, maybe that company doesn't do it. And that's why
The
they're
risk is
charging
not,
more.
yeah, you're right.
Okay,
Mhm. Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
So why not go to somebody or some company that has a good,
Niche for it.
yeah, I don't know. You said, I know what you said. I'm sorry. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but they're known for doing that kind of, that's pretty amazing. I don't know. Insurance policies always seem to have something, but there's not like because in that situation, let's say a farmer's market, if somebody started to, and I don't even really have a scenario in my mind that could happen right now. I'm just thinking this out loud. But if they did that, next weekend they get insured, next weekend they go out and something happens, they don't have to have a certain time period before it kicks in or anything.
No, it binds the moment you pay for it. Mhm.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
there are some policies out there that might have that, like
Absolutely.
a
Yeah.
clause in there.
That's a
Yeah.
question I get asked quite a bit. And then I always encourage people to never tell anybody that you have one of these either.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
Good
mainly,
point.
well, the reason why is because, somebody gets hurt at your booth, you could maybe pay it out of pocket or whatnot, whatever you want to do, but you never say, well, I have a general liability policy. So do whatever, same thing with your liability on your house or your umbrella policy. Don't tell people that you have these policies, because then they're going to say, well, how much is it for? And then they'll know what to sue you for.
I'm laughing.
It really does happen. I
know.
heard many a story.
I'm sure it does. I'm just sitting here laughing, thinking that it wouldn't even come to my mind to tell somebody, but I guess I would think that could come up. Hey, I'm really proud of myself. I have $1 million liability.
Go ahead.
Oh, you do. Oh my gosh. I'm really not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's hysterical that somebody would do that, but I bet they do. I bet they do. Wow. That's too bad.
All right. Any other questions for Brian at this time? All righty, we will move on. Robert Haley, glad you're joining us. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
All right, yeah, no problem. How you doing, everyone? Sorry for being late. Other commitments got me there. Again, Robert Haley, First Home Bank. I'm a mortgage banker. We're doing it for over 25 years. We're First Home Bank. We do loans in all 50 states itself. I do a holistic approach to every client to make sure we accomplish all their goals and making sure that it meets with their needs. Businesses were very good. When you look to buy a home, refinance a home, or just want to do a consult, please give me a call. Again, Robert Haley, First Home Bank, all 50 states, even Puerto Rico.
All right. I want a second home in Puerto Rico.
Hey, feel free. We have to get you there. You got the dollars, I got the money.
I don't have the dollars. I'm being wishful right now.
Hey.
But we'll talk as soon as I hit that lottery.
That's the lottery.
Does anyone have any questions for Robert at this time? All righty. I will introduce myself. I'm Dawn Evans Casey. My company is Spa Travel. Surely everybody can get out there and do their own travel arrangements online. There are lots of resources out there, but why spend the time? You could be doing a lot more enjoyable things. I am a certified travel agent and ready and able to assist you or your friends and loved ones with their travel needs. I have been in corporate America traveling ridiculously myself, and a friend suggested, Dawn, you're traveling all the time. Why don't you get paid for it? So I found a wonderful host company and completed my certification training, and boom. This is what I've been doing and loving it ever since. I have a home-based travel agency And we want to help you have memorable, enjoyable travel experiences. We listen to your needs. We offer suggestions about where you can go and what you can do on practically any budget. So I know that COVID is still going on out there. For those who are interested in traveling domestically or even abroad, I'm happy to help you with solutions, let you know about safety and protective protocols across the world, and to help you get there safely and have a great time. So if you're thinking about planning some travel in the future, and you have an idea in mind where you want to go, what you want to do, or you know anybody who may be planning a family reunion, a family getaway, doing some business travel and needing some guidance and assistance, Spa Travel is here to help. Additionally, I love to talk to individuals who are interested in getting into the travel industry. This is a great time to take the time to learn what's available out there, who the vendors are, what options there are, and then of course take some time to enjoy and travel and experience some things yourself. So Spa Travel, Dawn Evans Casey. Does anybody have any travel questions or concerns that I might be able to help with right now? All righty. Quickly, I did want to add, I'm been made aware of, there is a telephone scam that is going on right now where individuals may be receiving long distance phone calls from foreign countries to their cell phones. If you're noticing that you're getting multiple calls from a foreign country that you're not familiar with, you don't have friends or connections there, there is the likelihood that you have been targeted for a scam. You can go into your phone settings and actually block calls from particular countries so that you're not blocking all international calls. But if you're getting inundated with calls from a particular country, I started experiencing calls from Germany more recently and thought that that was strange. I don't know anybody that I can think of who would be reaching out to me, and looked into it, and it's a thing. So something to beware, but you don't have to be stressed out or concerned. There are some easy fixes that you can find online that'll help you avoid being the target of current scams. So something to think about and look into. And now I have saved Jennifer because Jennifer happened to be a part. Oh, no. Jennifer happened to be privy to the wonderful information from Linda Lewis yesterday about the awesome testimonials and making sure that we as businesses are gathering, acquiring and sharing those things with each other. So I am going to invite Jennifer Johnson to introduce herself and her business and tell us a little bit more about yesterday's session as we tie out the month of August. Jennifer?
Well, thank you, Dawn. I don't know. Is it cutting in and out for everybody else, or is that just me?
I think it's just.
Are you guys
talking about Dawn?
Yeah.
Dawn's cutting in and out. You know, her bandwidth is too much.
Okay, so I was thinking maybe it was me, and then I was thinking I don't want to start talking, you guys. Okay, so you're hearing me. That's good. I was like, oh no, but Dawn has always been known to have kind of big bandwidth. I'm joking. I don't even know what kind of a joke that was. That was nasty. I'm sorry. Well, we had a couple of weeks in a row. We had the 5-star guy, 5starbusiness.com. If you go, it's literally the number 5 star writtenOutBusiness.com. His whole thing is he's got a really great program that they help you go out and solicit. I don't know if that's a good word. They help you go out and reach out to your clients, past clients for the last 12 months, and they do that. And he's got this whole system. Many of us would say we want to do that. We want to go out and reach out for referrals. A lot of mortgage companies, realtors have programs that are part of their their company. I would think, Robert, you have that. You guys have some kind of a not referral, testimonial.
Yeah, yes, we do.
So most of those are the ones, those, but a lot of us don't have that. And it's usually, you might take one time, you might reach out to somebody, but it's basically what his service does is helps you stay on that. So they help you, and they're actually, I'm not trying to backtrack, except that he's offering through Labor Day, he'll actually do the setup fee for the $500 that he would charge for the setup fee. He's not charging anybody with TTR through Labor Day. And then it's based on volume of what business. Now we sent out a bunch of stuff on that, but Linda's yesterday was more geared toward the business owner that is doing their own system. Basically she said you have to be intentional, which we all know that is what you have to have something in place to have them. So you have to be very diligent about it. Linda is Linda Lewis, and she is with Cash Overlooked, and cashoverlooked.com is her website. And basically she helps people find money in their business that they didn't know was there. And it's truly, there's a really cool program, a really cool thing that she does, that she's offering that completely free to all of our TTR members. And there is no deadline on that at all. But if you're not asking for referrals, if you're not asking for testimonials, I mean, what is the reason that you're not asking? Is it because you just don't have a system in place? Or is it like me, who might be I've always kind of like, I don't want to know what they think. I do want to know what they think, but I don't, because the fear of, oh shoot, they're going to say something that I didn't do right or something. That could happen. There's no question that could happen, but it might be a learning. It will be a learning experience. And, you're not going to get glowing testimonials from 100% of the people that you ask. But Linda, very much, I think she's got like a 5-part testimonial part of her business. And if you're not asking for testimonials, you're missing out on some things that you could really be cashing in on. And I mean it, figuratively, but also, I was just going to look, because I think I had some, hold on just one second. I think there were some numbers. I cannot remember the statistics exactly. Hold on one second. There were quite a few people on yesterday's call, and Linda, kind of where Zach Garrett was the gentleman that did last week's, he has this whole system. She basically went from, okay, you don't have a system, but you need to get a system in place. And that's what she talked about. And no, that's the wrong one. Hold on a second. But I don't know, you guys might not be surprised, but a lot of people will buy just from seeing somebody's got a testimony. Well, didn't Robert tell us that story? Somebody found you online and didn't even talk to you, right?
Oh yeah, definitely so. Yeah, she never talked to one time. It was all by my mobile app.
So on the mobile app, were there testimonials there?
No, no, no. She's when you go out and search, you'll find me. My bio's there. She gets to read my bio, my company, and then to any testimonies that's already attached to my bio. That's what she did. That's all
Okay.
she had to go with.
Okay. Well, because I mean,
every time a loan closes, we send out automatically send a survey to them right away.
okay. And that's the other part, is that time is of the essence. I mean, if you
Right.
don't do it, you're missing, people are only going to, well, I mean, if you did an awesome job, and I know you all do awesome jobs, but if you don't act on it quickly, the reality is that the moment may be gone. I mean, it probably will be gone. You know what? I thought I was going to find some statistics. I don't know where we put it out. We might have put it out on the social media, but it's something like 92% of people will buy from just seeing a review online. And you do not need to do it only online. You need to, you need to find people where they are. So if somebody is more of a texting, you need to be doing that. If, you need to be kind of shaking it up a little bit. If you're not reaching your clients, your past clients or your clients by text message, then do it with email or, whatever you need to do. Linda just basically, her whole presentation was about having a plan and executing it every time. Robert just said that they send out a survey right after. If you're not sending out, we should all probably be doing that. Maybe your company does that. Bryn, does your company do that? Is she there?
You're muted, Bryn.
I was on mute. The testimonials, we do not.
Do they? Go ahead.
They encourage us to do the Google reviews.
Okay. So what they'll do, I mean, you just have to be, how many of us are going to ask? It might take 2 or 3 or 4 times. It might take more to get somebody to actually review or to do any kind of, survey or whatever. But basically, like everything else in the small business world, you have to have a process in place and you have to execute it. Obviously, the 5-star guy, Zach, he has a program in place and that's what you're paying for. Linda, I would just encourage you guys, I've already said this, but I would look at, I just posted her video on our social media and it's literally Linda at Cash Overlooked. And it's cashoverlooked.com. And you can go to her Cash Overlooked website and just see all the stuff that they do. And it's her line on and I laughed because when I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to talk to her. But her whole thing is she can find, let's see, she's a business coach who can find any established business owner $50,000 to $100,000 in 45 minutes without spending a dime on marketing or advertising. Now, when you get down to the nitty gritty of it, she goes through all kinds of questions with you, everything from, literally, how much money you're bringing in and that kind of stuff. So some of that is, stuff that I didn't even share all of that with her, but there's 497 algorithms that the software she uses then takes it. And then there's 12 different strategies that basically she helps you find money in your business. I don't know. I know she works with financial planners and that kind of thing. When people just need to figure out, how to make more money or so you're not necessarily, is she going to hand you a check for $50,000 or you're going to find it that minute, but what you're going to find are ways that you could be saving some money, ways that you could increase your the income. In my case, there were a lot of things that I was already kind of starting to work on, but I hadn't really had anybody put the numbers in front of me or put the proof in front of me. So, and Linda was, we just had her on the video cast. She was the CEO of a mental health agency. And I don't remember, Dawn, if she said how many years she did that.
I don't recall either.
But I think she's dealt, and I was thinking, I say this and I laugh, but I mean, literally when she and I were, I was saying she's got to have some mental health background because I'm a little bit loony right now. Just, you're a little bit like, I don't want to tell a business, anybody the nitty gritty, the dirty secrets of my business. But all of her help was everything from getting referrals or, how do you execute? How do you figure out exactly what you're doing? Now, somebody like Robert, somebody like Bryn, that has a pretty clear cut offering of different products and stuff. Well, Stacy does too, and Deanne, I guess you guys know, but for me, it's always been kind of like, oh, I want to help that person. I want to help that person. I want to do this. I want to do that. And she's been really helping a lot with focusing on, we have a lot of different people in our network, but some get more out of it than others. And what is that common thing, and it's kind of like we were talking about at the beginning when I was talking to Bryn, I don't want to be specific because I want to help everybody. Well, the more specific you can get, honestly, the more, at least in my experience, the more the net may seem smaller, but people start thinking and they send you more, because when you give them way too much to think about, then they can't think of anybody because there's just so many people that could fit your description of what your perfect client is. But anyway, Linda talks, all through figuring out exactly who your target market is, all the way through to getting testimonials and all of the phenomenal things that can happen when you capture the testimonials and you use them as part of your marketing. So she had a lot. She could have probably gone on and on and on and on about much more. So that's why I would encourage everybody to take advantage of her. I don't mean to say take advantage of her because she's this package that she's offering all of our members is typically $1,000. It's like $997. And she's not going to charge you. And really, truly, you could sit there. She can take you through this whole thing, give you all these pointers, and you could walk out and never talk to her again and go take all of her suggestions. I mean, I don't know any of you that, would feel real good doing that, but it's stuff that everybody knows. It's like, well, if you schedule, I don't know, just typical, just different ways of approaching what you're already doing, but just ways you can save. I don't know. I just would tell you to spend some time with her, and she's very excited to have that be part of what TTR offers. And so you're basically, it's part of your package. You might as well go get her, sit down with her or do a Zoom call. She's actually in Ohio, guys. So I would say you probably aren't going to sit down and talk to her, but you'll sit down on Zoom and talk to her. Yeah. Did that give some ideas anyway?
Yeah. I want to remind everybody, it's just like when you're working in a group setting and you have the opportunity to bounce ideas off of somebody else. Right. It's your idea. A lot of us already know what we could change or how to do something different. But when you have somebody else who is reiterating or emphasizing or mapping it out to you in a very logical way, you almost want to say, yeah, that makes common sense. You may know which activities in your business bring you the most profits, but you don't necessarily focus on those things. You want to do something else. When you talk to an independent party, that person might get you to see, well, if you spent this much more time focusing on that higher profit area, you'd have this much more profit. And not that you can have to abandon the other stuff that you really want to do that's not as profitable, but see how these shifts work. That's, I think, how her algorithms work. Notice how a change here, a change there makes a positive difference in your profit building, in your time availability, in your, your whole mental wellness and attitude about what you do. You'd be amazed. So, the fact that she comes from a mental health background, she is a authentic person who knows how to get the best out of you, who knows how to talk you through sharing the important facts to make sure that you're doing the best for yourself and your business. So what's the downside of talking to her? She's not going to go share your trade secrets or your business plan with somebody else. That's not her model. That's not what's beneficial to her. She's trying to help you help yourself, trying to help you help your business. So
yeah, good point. Good point. I don't know. We think she visited this group.
She did.
Think.
Yep.
She did. For a meeting. Okay. Yeah.
And
okay.
we'll invite her back. I see the value in what she does. And, whether you schedule to sit down and just have a chat with her, feeling her out, asking her questions about what she does, or you schedule that one-on-one time to go through an assessment of your business, I think it would be worthwhile for everybody to make that connection and, see what good can come of that. So, as far as the awesome testimonials, it is an area that a lot of small businesses, I don't want to necessarily say neglect, but simply, we don't focus on. It's really easy for us to get into the routine of contacting a prospective client, communicating, following up, meeting their needs, closing the deal, and that was great. See you next time, without making sure that we collect the feedback, that important stuff that helps us move to more additional business. So I want to encourage everybody to keep it in mind. And I told Stacy when she sent me a reminder more than a weekend ago, Dawn, I'm waiting for your awesome testimonial. And I said, thank you for the reminder. Yes, I needed that. I need to do that. I do feel very positive about her products, and I'm happy to do it. I just have to make the time to sit down and get it done. And I'd be happy to do that for any member of Collaborating Connections, because we've got a super awesome group of business owners, managers, professionals doing some really great things. And, sometimes we toot our own horn, but it's nice to have somebody else marching in our parade with us or for us on our behalf, sharing how wonderful we are. So let's make sure to do that for each other. Okay.
And we can have, we'd like to have testimonials on the pages of the website. So there's not many. I think there might be one on a couple of the groups, but we've not encouraged, we haven't thought about it. But if you have a testimonial that you would like to, we'd like to do a rotating testimonial thing on the pages. So, send it to, let the person know. Yes, sir.
it'll make sense for all of us just to really just put the testimony, go out on the group and put on each one of us on the web page.
Yes.
To do it
Yes.
naturally, just really do it. I think that will help overall. But for getting people to do it, it's like, Dawn, how long ago she asked that question for you to go out and put it out there? And that's what you have with clients. So your intention is well meant, well intentioned, but doing it. And so that's so how do you make it simple? Because if she sent you a link and just something you just answer the question, you would probably did it. But you actually think somebody to actually think about what they want to say about someone, that's what you have the problem. But if you can keep something as simple as give them as much information they can to help them just click on a few buttons through tabs, it'll get done much quicker versus them trying to organically write something. Like with our testimony, we send them out a series, probably there's only about 6 questions that they ask. We asked them, how was the service? Did you enjoy? Did you have any issues? No. How was it? Well, how was the customer service side of this fence? Did the loan accomplish your goals that you set for yourself? These questions you just ask, oh yeah, yes, no. Then you say, once you get them to start doing those things, then you ask a question at the bottom. Say something, whatever's on your mind. Give us your thoughts of the experience overall. Boom, and they give their thoughts. We start this series of questioning to help them to get in the mindset ready to answer the question, versus just try to do it. So that's all we can create. We create a cheat sheet, written more of a template that you send people. They don't have to complete that versus trying to organically do it.
Exactly. That's why that's great. The 5-star business, I think they kind of do that. They help you. Whereas if you're left to do it yourself, you might not do it. So when they send a survey out, Robert, do they have, like you said, they just have some 6 questions, right?
6 questions. We have 6 questions. We don't keep it long. Because they ask a yes or no question, get them thing, and they say, hey, will you refer? How was the service? They say, oh, fantastic or excellent, something like that. Will you refer anyone to it? They'll say yes or they say no. Do you have anyone that you'd like to refer? Boom.
Yeah.
So then we have to say, and how give us overall your opinion what the service was. Great. Then we ask, but can we post this out there? Yes. Okay. Or they say yes or no. So keep it simple.
Well,
I said you keep it simple, 6 questions. You don't have to give no life lessons, but just 5 or 6 questions they answer, and they just add their own content.
Gotcha.
So,
okay. It's just whether you want to. You probably need. Not probably. You need to have a process. Whether you use a service like 5-star business or you do your own, but you have to do it. People won't organically do it that easily, right? That's a good thing there, Dawn. Good lesson you're teaching us. Good job.
I'm learning as I'm sitting here. What just struck me at the beginning of this call, when I was telling Stacy why I hadn't done it yet, that's exactly the reason why I need to do the testimonial. I have been really busy with the contract job and a lot of stuff going on. And really, when I think about it, that liquid vitamin has really been the help to keep me going. Why wouldn't I tell people exactly that experience? Yep, it's been crazy, it's been hectic, and this is the good thing. So this conversation has helped prompt me to know exactly what I want to share in my testimonial, and I'm going to get it done.
Now Stacy shamed you in front of all.
Yes. Okay. So, yep, it got me there. I understand. So
Yes.
thank you. Like I said, I told Stacy a while ago, I am glad that she reminded me or glad that she asked again for it. And I'm happy to share it. So let's
Cool.
get out there and give some awesome testimonials and, celebrate the awesome testimonials that you receive and share them. Just hearing some things are nice sometimes, and you take it to heart and you close your eyes and take it in and say, okay, that validates me. I'm happy that they had a good experience with the product or service, and I'm happy to help. But don't let it stop there. Find a way to communicate it out that somebody else is validating, is recommending, is enjoying, is pleased with what you've got to offer, and see, how far that takes you in reaching new connections and getting new business as well. I think everybody will be quite surprised. Anybody got any thoughts to add on awesome testimonials, or what you think you might be able to do to make it easier for people to share?
We have a realtor that's in our Southside group, and I think she kind of does what, well, I don't know. I think she sends a link to a place. I don't think it's quite as straightforward as Robert says, where he's got the 6 questions. I think they literally say, here's the link, please, please complete it. I don't know what all it is, but the other thing is, and maybe you guys can answer or not answer the question, but I think Google won't, if you have everybody basically do the same thing, it kind of is a red flag to Google. I think you need, and I don't know how it all works. Does anybody else know that? Like if you had everybody just fill out the same thing, do you know what I mean? If they were all just, carbon copies of each other.
Okay.
It wouldn't look, I don't know how it, but anyway. So I think if you can get them to do it, and maybe the questions that Robert's talking about are the answer to the problem. Maybe that's, you ask questions and then you get an answer from them. If you give them, I mean, I've heard of people saying that they write a testimonial and have somebody sign it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with this? And then I'll sign it. But if you make those, just carbon copies of each other, I don't know that Google looks at those, and there might be a red flag that goes up, I guess is what I'm saying. So I don't know if that makes sense, but
yeah, it does.
Okay. So I'm not sure that you want to do that. You do want it to be more organic. And I think Angie down on the South Side, I think she just has a link to a website that is a quick, just maybe they've got questions too, but she sends it out, and she swears by it. I think she got 3 or 4 houses that she sold within a very short time from one that was on Google that somebody found and then referred everybody they knew to her, and she did very well. So I guess I would say exactly what, you got to figure out a way to get people to do something. If you don't do something, you're missing out on a very big part of, they can find anybody. Well, maybe they can't find anybody like Bryn or Robert or Dion or Shelly or Dawn, but the differentiator is you. So if you've got a story, there's something you did that made you sound, you just bent over backwards to help your client. Why wouldn't you go out and try to get that capture that?
Yeah.
So, and I did put down a message to myself, Robert, that I need to share that with the leaders, because we need to be doing that in all of our groups. We need to have, it doesn't have to be lengthy. It could be, maybe we should have started that at the beginning of of August and said, can you write take a couple days and write a testimonial for everybody in the group that you can say something about, because you maybe, you don't want people to lie or to make up stories, but you could, I suppose, use somebody else's story and just say, hey, Dion did a great job for Dawn with the, I don't know, you could, but I think that's true. We should be doing that. We're doing a lot of revisions on the website right now. So maybe it's a good time to just go ahead and say, hey, why not get, everybody to start. We'd like to get people to do it anyway. So why not do it?
Yep.
But anyway, I'll quit talking.
Robert, do you have the questions that go out to your clients afterwards? Is that something you can share?
And I will try to get that for you. So
Okay.
it's just simple questions. I will try to
And
get
it's
that.
probably just straightforward questions, like he said, but it would be good to know.
Yeah, and that's a straightforward question. All you're doing is helping the customer, asking the question, the customer answering it. And then you're not relying them to think about it, try to think about how they want to say it, how they craft it. You really, they stop right there. Oh, I gotta want to do it. But you just ask them the question, they answer that simple word. And then you have them, then you get them to start doing things. When you get them in the rhythm, then you ask the question, hey, you would like to share a comment. Then they share a comment. But if you just organically ask, you just start asking questions. It's almost like getting the person to move forward with you by getting them start saying yes, and you by organically saying yes, nodding your head to them, yes. What do you think about that? You say, oh, great. Would you like to move forward? Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. You're getting them to start saying yes. Then you ask what you want. They're in the rhythm. They're mentally. It's just the same thing. There's no one, unless you are just a writer, whom you better do it. But most people are not a writer, not writers. So you keep it simple, and then you want to have them to do it right away. The longer they wait, the less likely they're going to do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
True.
So key point is hit them right, and then when they complete it, and almost like you can when you deal with your clients, when you're talking to them, you're walking through things, showing how the experience was. You say, my business is basically all done by referrals. Will you mind do me a favor and write a referral, write a review for me? They say, wow, oh yeah. So here's, and they say, you mind doing it right away? I do understand you're busy. I don't want to take up much of your time, but it's pretty quick. Doing it right there. You say, hey, like I tell my clients, I said, well, after the closing, you will get a survey. All I ask is you complete the survey right away. If you have something negative to say about anything, before you write anything, call me. If it was a bad experience, call me. Like that. But you said, but grin. But they had a great experience. So just complete. Oh yeah. And then some customers will tell you, I want to write. Who can I call? Go and write it right away. Boom. Some right away will do it, but majority won't. But you got to ask. And again, if you ask every time, you get more reviews. If you ask you pick and choose who you ask, you get no reviews.
Right. Exactly.
And then keep it simple. I say 6 questions. You don't have to give a whirlwind of stuff. You just want 6 key points. Yeah. How was your experience? Was it, how did it go for you? Was it what you expected? Oh yeah, great. So would you refer your friend or family member to? Yes, great. So again, if you will, yes, share their name and number. You would like to share a comment about how your experience was. Yeah, and then boom. They just oh yeah. You ask them questions versus having them to think about it.
Cool. Very cool.
Keep this up.
Anybody else? All right. Well, I think we've got plenty on our plate to think about as we wrap up the month of August and go into September. And the September theme again is our 60-minute elevator pitch, 60-second elevator pitch.
No, 60 minutes. No.
60 minutes. All right, everybody got an hour here. Come on now, stick with it. Come on.
You ever heard of that? That could be very painful. No.
That could be very. That is a killer. 60 minutes. Like wow. Is she ever going to stop?
I want to write a review on that one.
Well, you might as well do a TTR Presents. There you
Yes,
go.
there you go.
Call your
Dawn,
your 2 minute, your 2 second, 20 minute commercial. 20 seconds commercial. Say, hey, or your 2 minute. I would say 2 minutes, that's too long. 20 seconds is just enough.
yes, exactly.
So I would say write your review, tell it, what's it, write it all out. So write what you want to say and then read it, then take time. So, wow, then you find that's too wordy. Be clear and concise, they tell me.
Yep.
Yeah.
All righty. Good deal. Okay,
Stacy
everyone.
got her 2 minute, her 20-minute elevator speech. She gives every week.
Who?
Stacy. She talked about her product. She got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And anything else before we
No, I just, let's see, last year, I think we added the authenticity to the whole August thing. I mean, it's as tricky, it's as scientific, guys, as A for August, authenticity and awesome testimonials. That's how we came up with the plan. But authenticity is probably just a really, I think I might have, the beginning of the month, I think we were talking about it on this call, and I just, not to bore everybody with my story, but before I was an insurance agent. Bryn she is not like a lot of the insurance agents that I worked with. I have an education degree. I did not want to do that. Ended up selling insurance because I was singing on the weekends, but I always kind of felt like I had to shut down on Monday morning or Sunday night and then, be this stuffy old insurance agent. And please, Bryn, I'm not saying you're a stuffy old insurance agent. Don't take that way, because you're not. I'm not saying that. But I spent a lot of time with a lot of old men who seemed to be very unhappy. And that was, I just didn't want to do that. So I guess I would just challenge what happened to me. And I don't know if I've shared it here, but this is part of the authenticity thing and I don't mean to quotation, but what is authentic to you? We ask that question. Everybody says it's being real and, walking the walk. And I think it's being willing to be, Brene Brown and Dawn, I know you were probably trying to wrap it up, but I would just really encourage you in these groups. I really hope people feel like that they can be who they are. Now, sometimes you have to be very careful. It's, the Brene Brown says authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we actually are. And if you call my cell phone, and I feel like I might have told you guys this before, but if you call my cell phone, it's me singing my little thing and I forget it's there. And people will say to me, hey, I heard your song. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. I put that on there, years ago. But I was the stuffy old insurance agent that I met this guy that was a marketing guy. And he goes, why aren't you the singing insurance agent? I said, I don't know. So I started to do that. And if you're a musician at all, if you listen to the song on my voicemail, it's not, I didn't write the song, but I changed the words. And so when I started doing that, this kind of became, I didn't actually sell much more insurance, but I started to get a lot more music jobs and I had a lot more fun. And I really would just encourage people to be who you are. Brene Brown also says in The Gifts of Imperfection that you have to be authentic, you need to cultivate the ability to be imperfect. I don't get the feeling from you guys that anybody is. It's neat when Stacy's talking about how she's reaching out to somebody to find about the gluten-free thing. There are people that might just say, oh, sure, it's gluten-free. Sure. Bryn then buys the stuff and finds out later, that doesn't speak too well for Stacy if she's not, and she's not imperfect because she doesn't know, but she's just willing to say, I don't know that. I'll find out. That actually builds so much more trust because she didn't. Boy, I know we all try to do, we want to have, when I was young, I wanted to have the answers for everything. I hated insurance because I didn't know everything. Allowing ourselves to be vulnerable and then setting boundaries. You still have to be professional, but you have, you know, people used to make fun of me. Oh, you can't be a singing insurance agent. Those are two different things. You can't do that. You know, why not? Well, I didn't stay in insurance very long, but I do say that it opened up a lot of doors to people who were like, oh, I guess she's normal, or she's something because she's silly and all that kind of stuff. But if you know, the authenticity is so important, and you may find that there's people who are being extremely authentic that you just realize you don't want to be around them. And we've had a couple of those in our network, and it's just the way it is. You know, this is it's been a very strange year and a half, but you know, you like I said earlier, and I'll leave it at that, Don, you are, you know, somebody can go out and buy insurance online, or they can buy travel, or they can probably do their mortgage online. I know I've never known anybody who's done that, but I know there are, what is it, Rocket Mortgage and stuff, Robert, or something, those kind of things. People can do that, but what's the different, you know, the differentiating factor is you, right? So
right. You can do online, and you can do a lot of things you do online, but you know, if you have a question, you kind of like, where do I go?
Yeah.
You know, who do I talk to? If I'm stuck
Right.
somewhere, where do I go? If I don't understand something, what do I do? Then it becomes more complicated. So online things, people think, I said, well, you can do it online if you think that's what you want to do, but then again, you end up going to have to talk to someone.
Right.
You talk to anybody who did it online, you have majority would say, did they have a good experience? Well, not really, because I didn't know what to do. Then when I had a problem, I had to go around and try to figure out who do I talk to, trying to get somebody on the phone.
Exactly.
So, because a mortgage is not so straightforward. And then things.
Yeah, so probably, and Stacy, I think Stacy's still on here. Her, you know, it's good to have somebody who's actually using the product. And, you know, maybe somebody could call the company or something. But, you know, you've got somebody that you can talk to about the product, as well as if you're working with, you know, Bryn or Robert or Dawn has said it a zillion times, you're on your own when, you know, your travel goes bad and you did it online. Too bad. You know, I mean, you're stuck. And that's, I did insurance, and I always tried to get and I know you all do it too, but you know, you want to get the best for your clients. Sometimes you run into things you can't avoid, and it's better to be honest and be who you are and say, you know, I'm going to, you know, I'll do my best to get the answer to this problem, or, you know, help them get it resolved. That's going to speak volumes for you when other things can't. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. I used to sing my little jingle in meetings. I don't do that anymore. Just call my phone if you want to hear it. But it is, you know, I became the singing insurance agent for a while, and I actually was a lot happier once I was really who I was. And yeah, I could sell insurance, you know, I did that. But anyway, I'll leave it.
I will not be singing, Jennifer.
Okay.
I will not be singing.
You say, hey, cue the music.
But she was on our show a couple weeks ago, and you have a nonprofit that you haven't talked about in here because I don't think it's running right now, right? But you're involved with some nonprofits and some other things that, you know, I mean, have you ever seen the guy, the lawyer that's the guy with the bike or whatever? I mean, there's things that could become your thing, you know, and maybe you just about it, but you don't have to be a motorcycle rider. I'm just saying, you never know, you know, there could be, and it's just, I think when people can understand, you know, when people relate to you or they see you, and that's what we tried. I really want people, I hope it's always going to be about the relationship with the person, not the company.
I just think that you should end us with your jingle.
Okay.
I just think that would be a great way to end the night.
Yes, you guys all get to sing with me because you know the melody, but it only take a second, but it goes like, put my hand Okay. All right, here it goes. More time, more money, less headaches, one phone call, unsurpassed service with near perfect recall. Client appreciation that's honest and true. These are the things I can offer to you. For your family, for your future, for your peace of mind. I'm the one that you call on when things all go bust. Jennifer to the rescue. You can trust. That's it.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. I did not
That's
volunteer that.
awesome.
Thank
I
you.
love it. Thank you.
Kind of silly, but just be
No,
who you
it's good.
are. We love you the way you are. So thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Jennifer.
You're welcome.
Everybody. Have a good night.
All right,
night.
that's it, folks. Have a great rest of the week. Be productive. Think about those awesome testimonials and continue to grow. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Everybody have a
Bye.
good night.
Bye-bye.
Be safe. Bye.